Let me turn the camera around, guys. So, very much an impromptu live today. I've come into my ant cave after being at work, and my solenopsis are all over the place. I've just spent the past 20-30 minutes trying to clean them all up, and they are still all over the place, as you can tell from my thumbnail. So I'm not overly in a happy place at the moment. Like I said, I've just come back from work. I'm pretty pissed off, to say the least. I've got solenopsis running all over this my ant shelf here. Basically, excuse the mess of the room. They've come from here down there, but there's loads of them round at the bottom by those green things. They're cutting across the front of the, put my finger in it so you can see, they're cutting across the front. They're going round here, around this mess, around the bin, around this outworld, through there and up onto the shelf. I've not even bothered trying to police them up because all I've been trying to do is clean this table. So yeah, so I've been, sorry guys if you're just joining, I'm just live streaming it because I was going to edit a video that I was going to put on for tonight about my solenopsis getting into my leaf cutters, but obviously I had came in today and this is the state of it all. So let me, sorry the dog's barking in the background, let me just clean some of these up so I can put it down so I can show you what I'm talking about. Geez, solenopsis everywhere. So I'm not sure if you can see there from the outworld that I have sellotaped it up something fierce because they've been getting, once they were in this outworld, they were literally loads of them in there. And I think what's happened is because they didn't have the space, they started exploring, trying to get out. And they've managed to get out from underneath this plug. Now, over the course, the dog can shut up, don't worry about her. Over the course, she's deaf, so she can't hear me telling her to shut up, so I'm just going to want to bother. Wait until she barks herself out. I tried to sellotape it up, but because it's underneath the plug, it was very awkward to try and seal it with sellotape. So they were getting out pretty much every time I was coming back from work. I had a trickle of workers all over the place, and it wasn't anything overly dramatic. Just a couple running around taking the mickey, as it were. But what's happened, so to stop that, last night I put cotton wool to put some more pressure on the sellotape on it, as you can see underneath there. I've still not addressed this issue yet. Put some cotton wool underneath it to put pressure on the sellotape, so hopefully it will stick better and they won't get out. So and I checked it this morning and I had no solenopsis running around everywhere. And unfortunately for me and for Perry, because I was actually talking to him on Discord as I was getting changed out my uniform from work and getting back into some civvies, and I walked in my ant caves, as I do when I get in from work. One of the first things I do is check, see how my ant cave is getting on, and there were loads of them running all over the place. I was not happy, Bunny. I'm not happy. I'm pretty pissed off about it, to be honest. Yeah, I'm pissed. I don't know which way to say around it, to be fair, because I had a lot of, I got faith in, I had a faith in that outward it would hold up because it was relatively new when it was the Gen 3 stuff, but unfortunately solenopsis being solenopsis, they managed to get out. I'm put this down so hopefully you can see a bit better and stop waving around with me making you all seasick. Obviously, I don't know. I don't know who to whinge at about it, to be fair, because I'm kind of like, I'm angry. I'm angry because I've just got back from work and I'm having to deal with this. I knew it was an issue and I bodge jobbed it, because what I'm going to have to do with this outworld here is the exact same stuff that I did to, I'm trying to get a better angle for you guys. Unfortunately, I'm using my iPad at the moment. I'm going to have to do the exact same thing I did with that big one that you've seen on my live at the weekend. So, yeah, so basically, I'm going to have to take them all out of that, move them into there like I did with the other one, and then I had to, and I'm going to have to take this, clean it out because it stinks anyway. It needs a good clean out. I think it's still got some leftover bloody rat in there. That's why it smells a bit funky. It's nothing overpowering. It just smells a bit fruity. But I need to clean it out, and then I'm going to need to seal it. But the problem with the seal, which I read after I ended my live stream, is that this it takes 48 hours to cure. Now here's problem number 2. I obviously need to connect the 2 out walls because I need the space to work in and stuff like that. But if it takes 48 hours to cure at the weekend, in fact, if I do it tonight, it won't be ready till Friday night. But unfortunately, Friday night I'm away. Friday, Saturday till Sunday, so I'm gonna have to wait all that time to get it done. So yeah, I'm stuck between a rock and a hard place at the moment, guys, with these girls. This is the joys of keeping solenopsis. Literally the trailing, I think the trailing's pretty much now, they're still trailing down. You can't really see, I don't think, can't see if you can detect the movement. You can just see them trailing there. You see them coming around there, around here, then round to the front. So what I'm going to have to do now is if I try and hoover them up using the keyboard hoover, I'm just going to get a load of rubbish in, sucked up with it anyway. And I'm just going to have the issue that I get, which is why I'm using this. And I'm also getting them stinging my foot as well. Buggers. So I could use the keyboard hoover to get them all up, but I think all the ones that are there, I'll be finishing off. So at the moment, I'm just trying to tell the numbers. Oh, that was another thing. Just as I started getting control of it before I started this live stream. Oh, cheers, PJ. This tube popped out as well. So they're not overly secure in position, in the position, but it popped out and they all got out. So all the hard work I did to clean most of them up was undone because they all got out again. So I was actually talking to Perry during the process of this on... Yeah, they have strong bikes, man. So what was I saying? Yeah, I was on the phone to Perry and I was just like, Perry, I'm just going to live stream this and talk. I'm not going to get a video out tonight otherwise, so I've got no choice, but they're everywhere, all over my hands. You don't need to pay, you don't need to send money to watch me get stung today because I'm getting stung as it is. And I don't think I've got any more gloves anywhere, so I can do the seamless tube stopping that I did last time as well. Now, I'm not sure what I'm actually feeding here, to be honest, because it's watching you guys, because I'm dotting all over the place, just picking them up. But as I was saying, I'm going to wait until they trail back up, like I am currently. Wait until they trail back up the background. I make no excuses for the state of my room, by the way. Oh, there you go. I don't care. There we go. Oh, I can't take a break, mate. I've got no choice. I've really got to crack on with this and get them sorted. So I'm not sure how long I'm going to stay on the live for, but I just thought I'd give you guys an update so you know what's going on at the moment. Somebody actually said you have the worst luck with your ants, and to tell you the truth, I'm starting to think that myself, because these have been nothing but a nightmare. And I'm sure you guys have seen my thumbnail about my solenopsis getting into the leaf cutters, which was a heart-stopping moment to say that sting in my foot. God damn it, where are you? Bugger. Ugh. They're all over the floor. Yeah, they got into the numbers they got out. They got into my leaf cutters. When I come to edit that video, which is probably not going to be till tomorrow now, it's actually quite interesting. The interaction between the leaf cutters and the numbers of solenopsis that were in the outward. I don't want to ruin it too much, so I won't talk too. Damn it! They're literally crawling all over my feet now. I'm not sure if you can see that. If you don't like feet, don't look. I have got hairy feet, by the way. So yeah, absolute disaster tonight, guys. I don't know how the hell I'm going to sort this out. I don't know how I'm going to get them all in, to be fair. I need to keep an eye on that over there, because there was quite a few moving around. There was quite a few moving around towards this area, but I need to keep an eye on it, because I need to clean it up. From what I can tell, most of these are sealed setups, so they shouldn't, and I say shouldn't, be able to get into them. Even these up here are pretty much sealed, so I think it was quite lucky. Actually, I was really lucky as well, because I put the top back on this terrarium because I noticed that the barrier wasn't working. So my dives were getting out. If I didn't put that on, that could have been bad news as well. But saying that though, excuse the mess of course, I've got these over this side because they got in, they were sat there, but because they got into them, the other day I moved it to there, but I can't see the solenopsis running around on here. So I might have dodged a bullet there, because if the amount of numbers that I had out, if I yeah, the probably wouldn't have put up a fight, mate, because I've only got about 10 of them. So it would have been we're going to put up a fight, but it's the Alamo, it's a lost cause. Should cut my losses and run away. I feel like that now, to be fair. I need to cut my losses with these girls and run away. Yeesh. But don't worry, guys, I'm not getting rid of my solenopsis at all. I wonder if I can clean up these here, so I can stop waving you guys around and you can watch. I'm not going to be able to see your comments because I've not got my I'll put my PC on so I can see your comments of what you're saying and stuff while I'm busy cleaning this up. So yeah, I do apologise for the camera waving around a lot. As you can tell, it was a completely unplanned, my foot again, it's a completely unplanned live stream. It just happened to be the way it is. I'm just turning my laptop on, my PC on now, so I can hopefully get you guys. I've noticed it's been quite hot today as well, and I've not been able to check the temperature. Oh god, the battery's died. Oh, great news. So just to top it all off as well, as I was talking about, I've not been able to check the temperature of my leaf cutters, because the probe in there records the temperature, and Bluetooth sits in my phone when I'm within range. Are they just streaming out of here? Because this just seems endless. See, I'm not sure if you can see there. There's chuff a duck. Bear with me, guys. I'm not sure if you can see there, but if you look underneath here, you see where it's black. That's actually solenopsis, where they've been caught on the sellotape. Where they've been caught on the sellotape when I've tried to bodge job fix it to stop them getting out. I don't know what's worse, putting my hand in solenopsis or having them all over the freaking place, so they sting me when I least expect it. It's just so angry, so frustrating. Just going to log on to YouTube so I can watch this stream and see your questions, because at the moment I can't see them. Bear with me a sec, guys. I'll be there in a second. Load, my pretty. Hey, Auntie. No, it ain't different, mate. This one literally is them getting out all over the shop. They've been able to get out of the S5 Outworld, which is the smaller one, which is the one I moved them all into on the weekend. But because, I'm just going to say population restraints, they moved. They've been trying to move out of force the way out, and they managed to find a weak point underneath this seal here, so they could get out from underneath it, between the acrylic and the tube itself, and they were able to get out of it. So what I did was try to sellotape it, didn't work. Then I tried to put some cotton wool underneath it, and it worked for a day. And then I came back today, and they're all over the shop. They're swarming all over my room. They seem to have sent a foraging trail to along my floor, which means I can't do this method, as it were, to pick them all up, along the floor to my other shelf where I keep all of my foundation Conleys and smaller Conleys. But I can't see that they've broken into it yet to actually take anything, so, or attack anything, shall we say. Come on, load. What's wrong with my PC today? It's been slower than a tortoise. tell you the truth, I need to upgrade my PC gaming rig. There's a couple of new games out that I want to get. So, but the way this is going, I'm probably never going to afford a new gaming rig because I'm going to be spending all my money on bloody sorting these girls out. All I need to do, you see, the problem is because there's so many of them all over the carpet and I can't see them to pick them up as it is. I'm going to be doing this freaking all night. I know it. Oh my God. I mean, look. Literally, these are the ones that have just come off the carpet because I cleaned this up and they're already coming up off the carpet. Oh, and there's... Jesus. This is a nightmare. So this is the situation. And it doesn't help that I'm barefoot as well, so literally wherever I step, I'm getting chomped on. Oh, there it is. Right, I should be able to read your comments now, guys. So if you want to fire any comments towards me or ask me anything. So what have we got? No, different one. More ants, small outs, case of escape. You should see my PC. PJ's moral support. You better fix it before you'll sleep in. Yeah. Flamethrower. I generally think the Sensibinas. I've not actually looked at them, and I've not looked at this AE since the weekend anyway. I will, if I can sort this out, I will have a look. To be fair. Problem is I'm just pissing into the wind with this because the more I pick up, the more I think of getting out, or the more coming up from the carpet area. Just never stops. Literally, you can see this as you go along. I'll clean this all up so you see it's nice and clean now. I'll get distracted, almost clean now. I'll get distracted, go over here to clean up these, and you'll probably see a load more. They are a nightmare. I mean, I've managed to keep on top of them pretty well for so long. And then they go and do this to me. So, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to take this freaking sellotape off, which has been about as much use as a chocolate teapot. So, freaking annoying. I'm not angry. Yeah, I'm freaking angry. Why am I trying to lie to myself? I'm so angry. I'm trying to keep my cool, guys. But at the moment, you know when you get that angry frustration and you just want to kill the world? I'm definitely the angry frustration stage. I wonder if you can see him dropping out. Oh, for shiz. Oh. And yet again, this is what I mean. As soon as you clean them all up, I've got loads running all over the place again. I wonder if they're coming from somewhere else. Or unless there's absolutely loads underneath the outworld. There might be loads underneath the outworld because they just seem to be a never ending. Now I get the ones coming up from the floor and the ones that are currently biting my feet. Ouch. I get that. I just don't get... Oh. This is ridiculous. I can't get them off the carpet either. Has anybody got any suggestions what the best thing to do? That's a good point. Australia Polyrachus, that is a very good point. If nothing else, it will do for the short term, won't it? Australia Polyrachus Plus has just said, have you tried putting blue tack around the place where they're coming out? You can be angry, but the ants wouldn't care. That's very true. The ants, you really don't care. So I've actually got some blue tack that was actually on the outward. I put it on the corner because I got some damage during transport. So I've tried everything else. So why not try this, eh? Problem is, this will be a short-term fix because they will get out through this bloody thing as well. Let's be honest. I think we know what to expect from the solenopsis now, don't we? Where's my pokey? Sure if you can see that because my arm's in the way, so I'll go from this angle so you can see what I'm trying to do. Because this is where they're getting out from, so blue tack it. What a great suggestion. If nothing else, because I'm going to have to disconnect it and I have to sort this out because this is not obviously a long-term fix. But if it stops them getting out for short-term, then that will do. And look again. Still more, still more, still more. But on the plus, now if you remember rightly from the weekend, it was actually this area. I can't get it in focus. There you go. It was actually this area here where they were getting out from. But as you can, geez, they're bloody up the light fitting as well. They were getting out from around here especially, but you can see where I've put the silicone. It's actually worked and they're not getting out now. Cats, do not be in here, you will get stung. Sorry, I'm gonna kick the cat out. Get out. Out, 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 out. So what was I saying? I forgot what train of thought. Yeah, so the silicone's actually worked. It's worked a treat, to be fair. I can't complain at this stage because it tried to do it. But funny story though, guys. Oh, let's catch up in the comments. Did I miss any stings? Mate, I've been stung, yes. At the moment, they're attacking my feet because they're all over the carpet as well. And I've got no socks on and I've got no time to get some socks because I'm still trying to damage limitation this absolute freaking mess. I have been getting stung in the process, so you don't need to worry about freaking donating any money to try and persuade me to put my hand in, because I don't need to, because they're all over the shop. They must be, they can't be, where the fudge are they all coming from? This is freaking tons. Oh, my hands. For the rest of the day, mate, they started to swell up a little bit and they went red. It went red and really, really itchy. But the following day, it was fine and dandy, so no long-term ill effects. I definitely didn't get solenopsis poisoning, so poison from the sting that they have, which is where they get a name from, solenopsis to solenopsin. So that's the name of the venom, is it? I guess it's venom. No, venom's when it's from teeth, isn't it? So is it a sting? Just call it sting. Why didn't I use that blue tack before? Australian Polyrhacus, mate, you ledge. Then silicone workers is good to know. Then if some works, it does work. I told Ants England, I advised Ants England to do it, but she decided to do it slightly differently to how I did it, and apparently she's made a right dog's dinner of it. So she probably hates me because I just ruined an XL freaking satin outworld for her. But she should have done it the way I did it. It worked fine. So I got no idea what she was trying to achieve. But I tried to call her on Discord before I started speaking to Perry, so I can ask what happened. But she didn't answer the call. But then Perry asked for a chat, so I got on the phone to Perry, and then he had to listen to my profanities as I walked into my ant room to find solenopsis everywhere. This, oh no, I just thought, oh, for fuck's sake. Oh, sorry for language. I've got them all running down here. They're in all these boxes. They're running, what are they doing here? They've got another trail going along here. Where the fudge is that going to? Oh, hold back the swearing. There could be kids watching. what can I say? What can I say? Where they come... keep an eye on this and tell me if it's going down or is it just an endless stream of ants. Because if it's an endless stream of ants, because I swear I keep cleaning these up, where the fudge are they coming from? Well, luckily enough, the other Conleys are pretty safe, because if you get from my thumbnail in the week when they first started getting out, they did get all over my leaf cutters and they got into the outworld. But as I was explaining earlier before you got here, matey, is that they actually, I was going to do the editing of that video today, but unfortunately I came in to see all this shite. Nearly swore again. So at the moment I'm trying to clean this up. I'm trying to clean this up, so keep an eye on this area now because it's practically clear, and just tell me where they're coming from if you can see it. I'll put it this way so you can see if they're getting out of that from underneath the adapter again. I think going forward glass would be ideal, but glass isn't really cost effective, so I think now if I'm going to connect any outworld to these little turds, Jesus. If I collect any more outwells to these little turds that are acrylic, I'm definitely going to do seal it like I have this large one, just to make sure. Yeah, you're not coming in, dog. Because this is ridiculous. I can't keep up with this. They're everywhere. Yeah, so my other colonies they're surviving at the moment. Where are they mainly coming from? Over here? Where's the... You see, you clear up a bit, and I mean, I shouldn't whinge because I can't get them off the carpet. So the whole thing with the carpet, I need to get them back up on this work surface, so I can clean them up easily enough. Let's have a look underneath here. Keep your eyes open. No, there isn't loads to explain. In fact, there's quite a few underneath there. There's quite a few underneath there still. So that's why they probably look like they're coming from over this side. Oh, stinging my feet again. I don't know where they're going to. Where are they trailing to? I wonder if it's worth distracting them. Do you like putting some food on some in an outworld on the main trail and then picking them up from it? But what would work? Because I can't use liquid because they'll just pick up all the liquid as well, and that wouldn't work. Oh, and they're up my leg now. Persistent little bastards, these. Do you reckon that's live food? That's totally that. Oh, I'm at a loss, guys. I don't know how I'm going to clean this up. I can't do this all night. I've got work tomorrow and I need to try and empty this outworld out because that sellotape, that you probably won't hold up that long. I'm sure this is interesting for you guys just watching me clean up ants, but like I said, I wanted to do the video tonight and get it out, the one that I was planning on, but Unfortunately, this was just means I'm not going to get the video out, so I thought, bugger it, you might as well watch me freaking absolutely try and pick all these up without getting stung to the next century. Back again, more. I mean, look at the, you've seen how they were at the weekend, so you got that, but now look at this, that looks practically empty to how it was. Look here, that's not too bad actually. How's this one? That one's not too bad, but they look like they've emptied out of this. And if you look at the outworlds compared to how that fuck, my feet are not food. Get off. Hope you guys don't mind feet, because I think you're going to see them in a second, because I keep getting stung on them. Yeah. They're all over the shop. I don't know what to do. I don't know I'm going to get them up. Guess I could lay a trap. Let's try that. Literally, they just swarmed where my feet were. Why? This is where my feet were. And you can, I know, it's really, this camera's pants, isn't it? But you can see where they've all swarmed where my feet were. By the looks of it, I've trod on loads of them without even realising it. Where are they going? Where are they going? They're just everywhere. They're absolutely everywhere. And without even realising it, I've killed hundreds of them. Just trying to sort out the mess on the desk. See what I mean? I cleaned that up several times and I'll back up all over it again. What to do? Oh, shoot. They better not be going outside my room. Just had this nightmare that they were going to be going out of the room and swarming to my wife's lady cave. That's meaning her lady caves are like a man cave, but for a lady, before anyone starts twisting that to some perversities. And if they're in there, my wife would lose her shit, let's just say. She would not be happy at all. So I don't think I've got much choice here now. I think I've got most, I mean, there's a load underneath the larger outworld. It is a solenopsis house now. They're at the door, but it's not too crazy yet. Lady cave, yeah. Yeah, I think you're right. I'm going to try and use the keyboard hoover on the carpet because I'm not going to get them up otherwise, because every time I try to get them up, let me get the light on. There you go. So every time I try it, oh, word. Oh, Jesus Christ. So every time I try and get them up with this, it's just not very efficient. And look how many I've killed by standing on them. And you can probably see the trail now. I actually thought I'd go to the bin, but I don't even want to sit down on the floor because I'm going to get my ass stung. So, where's my Hoover? Right, let's try this. Let's see how well this works, shall we? Well, that's not too bad. Right, we might be onto a carpet winner. I mean, I'm picking up all this shite that's on the carpet. Clearly, I'm a messy pup. I don't even know this is freaking working. Oh, that does. There's just so many all over the place. Now that's there. That there is there because I thought, well, it's got a barrier around it because that's what I was feeding my leaf cutters in. If any drop in there, they're easy to clean up, so I thought I'd put it where one of the trails is and hope for the best. But this is definitely doing a trick. But the issue you're going to get is when I go back up to tap them in, because, you know, like I said before, when somebody said, why don't you use the vacuum, was because I get the foam in there, they all just stick to it and clamp on, so when you try and get them out, it's just an absolute mare. Oh, God damn it. Can you see them all? Ha-ha! Seems to be getting most of them. Well, at the moment anyway. Oh, Jesus. Where are they coming from? I'm getting them. Oh, shite, look at that. I can't see any comments at the moment, so if you are saying anything, I'm not ignoring you, I just can't see it. I'm trying to... Right. We've got one on the bloody screen. Now I'm trying my best. So, where did they come from? I'm trying my best to save as many of these as I can. This is the issue, I've got so much shite in there as well. I know what, I bet you're saying, what are you doing, Hood? Well, there's so much rubbish in there, I don't want to put that in the outworld. That's why I've done this. This is what I've managed to hoover up off the carpet at the moment. I know you think I'm a freaking lunatic for this, and I get the point. I am a freaking lunatic. I'm a freaking lunatic because I keep bloody solenopsis. seriously, guys, I mean, any young person that looks at what thinks solenopsis is cool is an absolute lunatic. They're not cool. I mean, I love them. I do like them. I won't lie, I like them. I think they're interesting. I think they're fun, but they're not cool though. They're the most annoying ants in the world. Because I've had nothing but trouble for them after the past 2 weeks. It seems like every day that I've come to them, some other drama's happened and some other freaking thing. And I wish it was just Ant Canada style clickbait. I do. I really do. If it was, then, you know, you could say, oh, bloody Ant Hood's just have for clickbaity. Yeah, I know I do clickbaity titles sometimes because you need to draw people to your videos. That's why you do them. It's just the nature of the beast of being a content creator, clickbaity crap. Don't always agree with it, but it's just the way it is. But this this is not clickbait. This is just telling you how the frick it happened, I guess. But yeah, so I do like I said, I do like them. I love them. I love them. I do love them. Now I'm trying to convince myself that I love them. But I'm glad that my wife doesn't watch my YouTube channel. I mean, she supports me in the art. She'll look after my ants when I go away, but she doesn't watch my videos or anything like that. So if she's seen all this shite going on, mate, that'll be it. These will be gone. These will be out the window. There would be. She would not let me keep these after this, especially because if she knew that they stung as well. Which I think she does. So I think when she looks after them, I tell her, whatever you do, don't put your freaking hand in there. Definitely don't put your hand in there. I know it was bound to happen at some point with solenopsis. These are mature, mate. The colony's about 20,000. I mean, yeah, granted, I've not got any elites yet, but I don't think, judging by the size of them, I don't think I'm that far away from that, to be honest. Yeah, I don't think I'm far away from that. I mean, if this isn't a mature colony with 20,000 workers, I don't know what is. Oh, what'd you get 50 quid for? Have I missed the conversation? Oh, right. Oh, is this you saying I need to read this message and because I'm distracted, so you think you're going to get some free money, Perry? You can. I'll tell you what, Perry, do you want a solenopsis colony, mate? 2 outworlds, 3 nests. Really interesting. Then maybe I can get everybody to get you stung. Is that solenopsis that got your elites already after we're only 2,000 workers? Because I've not noticed any elites with these yet. Only if I hoovered up yesterday. Then maybe I wouldn't have picked up so much shite on my leg again. And obviously dog hair's all in the filter as well. You see what I mean about the filter there? That you can't really see it, can you? They just all stick to it. I'm trying to get them off's a nightmare. I'm trying to avoid, because I've just cleaned that large outworld at the weekend and it's not an easy one to get in there and clean up. Well, look how it is now in the background. I don't want to drop all the crap in there. And if I put it in the old outworld, the one that I'm going to be emptying out tonight, eventually, I'm not going to achieve bugger all either, because when I'm trying to pick up the solenopsis, I'll just pick up all that crap as well. So that's why I've dumped it there. I mean, I can deal with the amount that are escaped at the moment. I can deal with this. Do you know what I mean? This isn't an issue. But then when you take in what's on the floor, then obviously I'm Operation Flap again. I need a new bloody cotton bud. I'm Operation Flap again because there's absolutely tons of them all over the shop. Yeah, well, Ants England, Australia Poerakis, Ants England had that idea when I used a tea bag case to put another filter over the top of it so that they don't actually clamp onto the filter itself. And do you know what? Good idea, to be fair, but like I said, this has caught me on the back foot, so I'm just, like I said, emergency panic stations, trying to clean it all up at the moment. I don't know how many have got out, but I would argue that I've already cleaned up at least 1,000 or so workers already. So how many have got out, I don't know. I'm not overly concerned. I've not seen the Queen in ages, but I don't think she would have got out such a small gap. I can't see her anywhere. Oh, is that a Major or is that the Queen? I don't know. Chuff it. It's not important to look for her at the moment. She wouldn't have got out anyway. The gap's so small. And most of the colony would have gone before they'd even consider moving her anyway, so I may have lost 1,000 or so. I think it's going to get to the point of being fruitless, trying to rescue as many as I can on the floor below. For fuck's sake. I'm sorry, swore again. Yeah, on the floor it's going to be pretty fruitless. So I'll try to save as many as I can using the keyboard hoover, but I'm not. Except 20 quid. What's this? Who's that you're talking about, Kia? K, or however you pronounce your name. Sorry, mate. Oh, I swear they must be coming up on the legs on the back, because you think you get there, then you don't. And more seem to rock up. Get you off that pile. You. Right, let's get this in there. You look like you're injured, so you're probably about dead. I'm not trying not to swear, guys, I swear. But I am letting it slip a couple of times, so I do apologise. You can't really see much at the moment. I'm just trying to collect all these up, and I'm also trying, talking to you guys, and I'm trying to be more conscious that I'm actually showing you nothing of what I'm doing. I need PJ here. He needs to be my official cameraman, so whenever shite like this happens, he can freaking run over and help me record it. PJ, why do you live so far away from me? I wouldn't sell this Conley, to be fair, matey. No, damn right I wouldn't sell this Conley. And anyone I did sell it to, it would probably have to be somebody in my close inner circle. Not because I'm being judgy, but if I'm going to sell this to anybody, I'd want to make sure it's somebody that I know well, because these girls take a lot of... What the deuce? What the Okay. I'm not sure if you're going to be able to see this. You can just... Bear with me. I don't think you can see it. Yeah, just see it there. What the fuck is... what the deuce is that? They've collected something. No idea what it is. I don't know where they got it from, and I don't know why they've stored it underneath here. No idea what it is. What have they been chipping into? What keyboard vacuum do I use, Tracy? It's just an eBay cheapo one. To be fair, I need to replace it because it's worn down now. But yeah, it's just a cheapo one. Just go into eBay or Amazon, type in keyboard Hoover or keyboard vacuum, should I say, and you'll get loads and loads and loads, and you can decide which one's best for you. I won't lie, I went for the cheapest. I think it cost me about 10 quid, but it's an absolute lifesaver, especially if you get a larger species like Campanotus or something escaping. They're super handy at being able to get them out, to collect them all up fairly quickly. I think I've done it a couple of times on my video for various reasons. And I think it's when I finally force them out of a nest. They're really good at that. What is this stuff? I've got absolutely no idea what this is, what they've collected, but they collected it into a bunch underneath the nest. I don't know what it is. Actually, it looks like it's gypsum. If it's gypsum, where would they got it from? God knows. My feet are getting attacked again. Yeah, it looks like gypsum, doesn't it? I've got no idea what it is. If we go back down here again, you can see that the floor's heaving with ants again. Still, only just hoovered it all up. Just getting prepping the hoover again. Where's the capsule? No. There's going to have to be a point at some point today where I give up on this and I just write it off. As far as I'm concerned, though, it's not yet. But I'm going to get to that point at some point. Because I can't keep this up all night. I mean, I got work tomorrow. I mean, the only good thing about it is my wife's away today because she's back tonight though, because she's gone to watch Harry Styles or some douchebag live, which means I've been able to get in and get the freedom of getting this all squared away. But I guarantee you, that if she's seen this stuff going down, mate, she would not be happy. But luckily enough for me, like I said before, she doesn't watch my videos, so she's not going to see it. So there is some saving grace to my wife not supporting my channel. Well, I say she doesn't support my channel. I mean, she looks after my ants for me, I guess. But she never watches the videos. I think her brother does from time to time. But okay, it's one of those interesting subjects, isn't it? And then I've got... So what was your live stream? Well, those ants, you know, that fire ants from America, or the invasive species in America that kills 30 people a year, yeah, they all got out and were running around my room. I'm sure that'll go down really well. Right, let's abandon the floor for a second because I've got most of them up, let them recoup before they attack again. I feel like this is a zombie apocalypse. I need to tidy this mess up again, don't I? Let's be honest. It's absolutely disgusting. I'm disgusting. Clearly, and I've got ants everywhere. Let's try again. So let's do this all over again. Let's move that. Right, this is what I've just tapped out, guys, so I don't think they've all got out again. But I tell you what, gotta save my hands. So, tell me, when should I call it quits? Bearing in mind, you've seen how long it took me to empty out that old outworld. When should I call it quits? When should I do an ants holifer and just suck them all up with the main hoover and leave them to it? Because I'm trying to rescue as many as I can, but I think the amount I'm rescuing compared to the amount I'm actually injuring is pretty strong ratio. I know where they've took that rubbish from. That rubbish is from this outworld, I reckon. It was one that was on the side. It was what I had my meat ants in before I moved them into the small Saturn I got from AntCon. I didn't film that, of course. I just moved them the other day because they were too big for the test tube. They had too many brood and they started putting it out in the outworld. So I moved them once they centralised their brood again. I moved them into the Saturn. So I put that on the side, intend to clean it up when I get time to do ant maintenance, which would have been today. Would have been. Oh, sugar, that reminds me, I've got loads of ant maintenance to do as well. I ain't gonna get time. I need to get to sleep at some point. Yeah, I would have got the big vacuum cleaner by now. Yeah, I know, but I want to save as many as I can. I'm not going for a 24-hour streaming, no, because I've got work tomorrow. Unfortunately, ants don't pay for my mortgage. I think I'm at the point now, I think, where my ants are paying for themselves, as it were, which is a nice point, you know, with my Patreons and the support you guys show me as well, when occasionally people donate money, like at the live stream, it went a bit crazy, but I think people just want to see me get stung. Captain Hindsight to the rescue. They probably should have waited till today and they would have seen it anyway. So yeah, but that you know, the money I get from that definitely helps me pay this hobby pay for itself, which is ultimately was my aim. Was my aim from starting a YouTube channel, to be fair. But the problem is, once you start a YouTube channel, then the hobby escalates, and because you want new content, and you know, people want to see different ants and stuff. You get more and more, and then you have to buy more feeders because you can never breed enough feeders to control to supply the amount of ants that you've got. So that costs. Then you buy bigger and bigger, better outworlds, and you buy different outworlds to then review for people, so you can say, well, yeah, this is good, this is crap. Do you know what I mean? And the problem is, though, do you know, with all the escapes I'm getting and stuff like that, you know, I bet a lot of people are like, well, when High Tech Ants Outworld failed, you went batshit crazy and you was pissed off. Why aren't you pissed off here? I am pissed off, but I'm not necessarily pissed off with Wakushi's product, to be fair. I mean, solenopsis, they're notorious escape artists. You know what I mean? They're difficult to contain once they get to a good size. And to tell you the truth, even at the weekend where I had disconnected the big outworld, the reason why that bloody failed was because I over tightened it and threaded the support, and they all got out, and I had to do something about it rather than just bodge jobbing it with sellotape and hoping for the best. And with this outworld, the one that's gone dodgy, this one, I've pretty much put it to the test, to be fair. And Solenopsis, being the escape artists that they are, they got out of it, but equally it was holding a 20,000 ant colony in size. that are notorious escape artists, and they've never escaped out of it before, and I've had it for a couple of months, so it probably held up pretty well. But unfortunately, I think if, like I said before, if I'm going to get any acrylic setup for these now in the arts of Outworlds and stuff, I'm going to have no choice, but if it's from Wakushi anyway, because they don't come pre-assembled, to use silicone on it to seal it up. I mean, High Tech Ant says he glues his now, but I wonder if he would be willing to test my solenopsis on his Outworlds. Maybe I should ask him. But then again, I'll have to pay for it, and I don't think I want to. Because believe it or not, I nobody gives me. Very rarely do I get free stuff. Well, free ant setups anyway. Ants are a bit different because occasionally Ant Lady sent me a couple of free ants, and Sid hasn't actually. But Antantics has. Obviously, Tom has. So pretty much the main people I buy stuff off, ant-wise, they send me stuff. But you can't really go wrong. Like, I'm not likely to do a bad review on an ant, unless it's actually come in an absolute shite state where the test tube's minging, there's no water or something like that. Then I might be a bit disgruntled, but you can't really go wrong when it comes to people sending you free ant stuff. But what I'm renowned for is me talking the truth about all these about the Outworld and ant products. And strangely enough, nobody's ever offered me free shit. Not that I can think of off the top of my head anyway. You know, Ant Boy, I've done a couple of bits for him. I've paid for all his stuff. I've paid for majority of my Wakushi stuff. I mean, to tell you the truth, what Wakushi tends to do is, like, for example, I ordered the S5 and ended up with this big one here. So what he does is I'll buy something like full price for an S5 or an S4 or something, and then he'll say, what do you want it for? Well, then I'll make you a bigger one, for example, which is how I ended up with this big one just here. That's how it generally works for me, if anyone does me any favours. But because of my reviews and my reputation, people just don't want to risk it for a biscuit. That's why I don't advertise when I buy stuff as well that it's Ant's Hood that's buying it, because if I did that, then again, retailers wouldn't supply me. I'm pretty sure Ant Lab got wind that I was trying to buy one of his nests. Miraculously, every time I ordered it, it was in stock, and then it was said, "Oh, sorry, this is out of stock," and then it went out of stock miraculously. I'm sure it was just a coincidence and not intentionally, but I think he got wind of who I was, and he was very reluctant. Probably red listed my name, my real name, and didn't want to sell me it, which is a shame because I really wanted to try his fusion nests. Because Ant Lady raved about them, and she said they were really good. So I was looking for something that could hold its humidity well. I'd say if you want something to hold humidity, don't go to White-on, guys. Never once have I had a nest. Oh, Jesus, it's 27 degrees in here. It's getting a bit too hot for comfort, that. Might open the window. No, I don't open the window. I've got invasive ants running everywhere, and I was going to open the window to let some air in. No, not a good idea. What's the worst nest I ever bought? Ants, Florida. That's a good question. Worst nest I ever bought. Ooh. I would say the worst nest I ever bought was possibly the Wakushi, the Ant Boy UK small White-on nest. Now that was, I originally put my Fidolinodas in it when I first gave them an Outworld, a nest. So it's on my playlist, go right back, and I really struggled to maintain the humidity in it. The humidity was up and down like a yo-yo. The ants would move into it when I first watered it, then within a couple of hours they'd move out again. Now the only thing I can think of is you didn't actually see these White-on on the outside, so the humidity just oozed out, as it were, and because it was small it wouldn't maintain that humidity, so it was never fit for purpose as far as I was concerned. I bought 2 or 3 of them, and then because of one of my Patreons and stuff, I give away nests and stuff that I don't use or something like that, and I made it clear that I thought it was pants. But I offered it to my my Patreon supporters, and they got the free nests. So I passed it on to them. So it might be well. I think Perry, who's probably watching live, if he's still here, he got one, so he might be able to tell you what he thought of it as well. But I thought that was absolute pants. Yeah. Well, yeah, I'm looking at moving to tanks, mate, to be fair. Have you got a room under the control? I don't think I have, no, because they're still all over the carpet, exotic. I've controlled the surface at the moment here, where the ants are, but they're still coming up off the floor. So they're still, you'll leave it, like it's pretty clear now, apart from the mess, which I'm about to clean up. But it's pretty clear now, as you can see. But then as soon as I start concentrating on hoovering up the floor again, you'll probably find it's full, because they've chose all 4 legs to get down. Yeah, Perry agrees with me about the Ant Boy small white on nest. It was pants. Get your wife to buy it and transfer the money. Use the wife's name to buy it. So yeah, I mean, I'm sorry I'm blabbering on, guys, but it's going to be, what I'm going to do is put that there. You get in there. Oh, gee, what the fourth. Right, so I'm going to flick these off. These, a couple of live ones in here still. Minus the hair, please. So, and you're still alive. And you're still alive. Yeah, you're right off. Nah, you can go in just in case. Oh no. See, they're coming. See, this is just off down here where they're getting up on the side of the cabinet. You're still alive, and you can go in there. So what I'm going to do now is just quickly wipe the surface down with some antibacterial stuff, because one, that will break the trails up as well, which might help, might hinder. But I tell you what, for these wipes are great. They're great at cleaning up stuff. There's an ant there. And because it's not a spray or anything, you don't make it an aerosol, and you can get them so they're odorless as well. They kill bacteria and stuff. And this is just before I move back onto cleaning the floor again, because I'm obviously going to suck up a load of crap from the floor, because I'm a messy pup and I don't like to hoover it in case I've got ants running around. And not only that, I'm a bit anti-hoovering this room as well. Not because I like the mess, because that's just gross. See, this is what I mean. You leave it for 3 minutes and then there's loads of them running around everywhere again. It's because with my model making, in case I drop anything. So, come on, just get on. If anyone says I don't care for my ants ever again, I'll be like, did you see that video where they all escaped? And did you see how long I spent trying to clean up as many of them as I could, so I didn't kill too many or just write it off? They can eat shit as far as I'm concerned, because I am spending freaking ages trying to clean these up. Absolute freaking ages. Okay, it's pretty clean up here. Let's go back to the floor. And not to disappoint again, there's ants all over the place still. This is going to be relentless. Yeah, this is going to be going on for ages. No. How many did I lose? There's too many. There's just too many for that small gap. mean, the tube was pretty loose when I came to it. I wonder if the tube had slightly popped out. But then again, if it slightly popped out like that, would I not have even more running around? Would they not have emptied the outworlds, maybe? I don't know. I think this is about addict, to be fair, guys. It's not sounding too healthy. If this gives up the ghost, then I've got no choice. I'm going to have to hoover these up. I literally have no choice. So I've no way else to get them off the carpet because they're so small. I mean, trying to use the cotton bud, cotton is just pissing into the wind. Come on, don't give up on me, garden matey. Have I been at it for an hour? Well, I was cleaning them up before I even got at this. I mean, I was talking to Perry, so I might have been doing this live stream for an hour, but I was doing this a bit before. I'm not sure. Perry will probably have to tell you in the comments how long, what time it was when I noticed it. But I won't lie, I didn't even clock it. I just cracked on with cleaning them up, as you do, and assess the damage, and the damage is extensive. In this box, I've caught one in this box. Oh no, I've caught a few. Right, I'm leaving that box there. I caught a few in that box. This one here, can you see that? This box here, I've caught a few. So, 1902 I found it. Wow. If I do end up hoovering them up, guys, I won't lie, I won't want to show you because that would be sad. Because they're not. Somebody asked me a little while ago if you could only keep 3 Connollys, which 3 would you keep? And I said my solenopsis. Now I didn't say that just for the sake of saying that. I said it because I meant it. For all of the ball ache, for all of the pain in the arse they are, I generally do enjoy keeping them. Do I enjoy it 20 to 9 on a Wednesday evening? Do I enjoy sitting here hoovering up ants with a keyboard hoover that are impossibly small? No, I don't enjoy that. I do not enjoy that one bit. But needs must, isn't it? What else can I do? Right, the floor's reasonably clear at the moment. Well, this little bit I've been working on. I just need to find where they're going. This trail that's been cutting across here, I don't know where it's going. I can't find where it's going. I don't even know where. Is it going in here? I don't know. I mean, there's nothing of overly foodie wise there. Maybe a couple of, because that's where my bin lives. Maybe there was a couple of carcasses there. Because I just tossed in and forgot about, because I'm a dirty person, but I don't know. In fact, the damage here is not too bad. The numbers are starting to drop down now. Maybe this means we're on for a winner. Oh, let me just sort this out, guys. Sorry. Sorry, guys. You're looking at my roof now. Woo, there we go. I should have probably just dumped that straight in the outworld, to be fair, because there's not a lot of rubbish there. The fun and games. I do feel like I'm shitting into my hand and clapping here, to be fair. I feel like everyone that I pick up, I find 1,000 more. Sorry for my language, guys. It's been absolutely awful. I try and generally keep this PG-13 for the kids, because we've got some young viewers. Not many, to be fair. I seem to have a lot more older viewers than I do younger ones, but try and keep it clean most of the time. But I'm kind of tired. I'm kind of frustrated. I'm kind of pissed off a little bit. So yeah, this is it for me. This is it. I'm going to have to call it a day at some point. But I don't want to. I feel like I've lost half my Connolly, but I don't think it's that bad. I think that's me just being paranoid more than anything else. I'm going to have to... I can't leave it. I can't... I don't know what to do. Look, I'll tell you what's going on, right? So... Tonight is the only night I've got free. Bearing in mind I've got work tomorrow, so, you know, I have to get up at like 5:20 to walk the pooch before I go to work. So, I ain't really... I've got, you know, I can't spend all night doing this. So, assuming the blue tack holds that Australian Polyarachus advised, which seems to be doing okay, which is a great call, by the way, matey, I leave it. And do it, and I leave it. Now, if I leave it, I can't do it tomorrow night because my wife's got a some form of concert, a thingy majiggy she's doing. So I can't. I won't get time tomorrow to tend to it. Also, I've got to feed my ants tonight as well. Because I'm not going to get the opportunity for until at least Sunday, so they definitely need a feed tonight to tie them over until then. So I ain't gonna have... I've got a lot to get done today if I tend to do it. Now, because then obviously she's got a little concert thing she's doing, and then on Friday I'm going to work, and I'm going straight from work. I'm going to this event that I've got to go to, so I ain't gonna get time tomorrow, and I ain't gonna be home Friday. After Friday morning, that's me gone. The wife's still at home though, but she ain't gonna do it for me. So if I leave it and hope the glue tack at her holds, that's the risk I've got until Sunday. So what do you guys reckon? Should I stay up, deal with this and hope deal with this, or should I just feed the rest of my ants, sort out this mess, either hoover up the rest, whichever, on the floor, feed the rest of my ants, and then leave it, and then tend to it Sunday on the hope the blue tack holds up, or do I just crack on with it today? I need to open this bloody window. It's need some air in here. Woo. They are an invasive species, so I know they might get out, maybe, but then the queen's in with me, so it isn't going to be overly detrimental. Oh, that's fresh air, it's lovely. I need to crack open a beer. Advice wanted, guys. What do you reckon? This is very true. Yeah. Well, if you guys are going to stay with me all night long, then maybe I will do it today. Get to bed at like 3 in the morning. Don't leave them. No. I don't think it's an option to leave them either, to be fair. wonder what that stuff is. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that stuff's the... oh, there's an ant on this light. Right, I think it's time to hit the floor again. Just separate all this out. So, ow! Stinging my foot. I don't know how to add you to voice on this, mate, because I've not done it through the streaming thing. I've done it just YouTube live. Hey Tom, good to see you, mate. Just really catch up in the comments. Oh man, a beer would really help. Yeah, it would. If there's a crack tomorrow morning, then they'll be gone. The morning it'll be gone. Get the Hoover. It's just something that has to be done. I had to do it with mine. I think you might be right, Tom. Don't have any sick days you can use tomorrow. Unfortunately, work doesn't work that way. If you can add me to the voice, I'm sorry I can't. Hood, you look like Bud are calling sick. I can't call in sick. The government has a really appalling anti-staff sick policy. So if I call in sick, then I get put on a written warning. A sickness warning, should I say. And if I go sick, basically, it's over any 12-month rolling period. You get 4 periods of sick or 8 days of sick, whichever comes first. You get a warning. Then you have 2 days. If any more, 2 more sick days in that warning, then you're on your final warning. Then after that, they'll sack you. So, yeah. I ain't going sick. Yeah. Joys of working for the government, I guess. Ooh. Let's get this off. Yeah, there's a couple that wouldn't let go. The rest are dead, which is mightily unfortunate, but there's a lot dying, I won't lie, but the amount that I'm saving probably outweighs the amount that I'm losing. I tell you what, if I've cracked the acrylic in there and they're all getting out through there and I'm doing this in vain and I've just got the wrong end of the stick, mate, I'll be so pissed off. Go AWOL. And got to go to tell us lies. What do you do for work? What do you work in? That is something I don't discuss. I think I mentioned it on my live stream a little while ago. I had to declare that I had my YouTube channel, and I had to declare what it was about, which isn't obviously an issue. It's about freaking ants and occasionally Hood ranting about products that he thinks are shit. But I had to declare it and I had to get permission to have it. And the condition that I got is I don't talk about work in any detail, and I don't give my real name out. So that is why I don't give out my real name. I think some retailers, not all, will know my real name just because my bank details. But generally speaking, they're the only ones. And Hood, believe it or not, is actually, there's loads of them here again. Hood is actually my gaming tag that I've had since the noughties of playing, because you can only have a certain amount of letters for a username once you put your clan tags on and all that malarkeys, for a game that I used to play which was called Call of Duty Allied Assault. So I had to think of a short nickname, gamer tag. So obviously at the time I think I was building the model HMS Hood, and I just thought, oh, Hood will do. So since then I have been HMS. I've been Hood as a gamer tag, so that's what I use as a surname. But it's not actually my real name. Now, if you want to guess my real name, that'll be fun. But if you do actually know my real name, such as Perry, don't say a freaking word. Now, see, you get to this point where you think you've cleared most of them up off the floor. You get the trails. You get the trail. In fact, I didn't talk about work on a live stream. Actually, it was when we was outside the Spillman Hotel on Ancon. And I was because people were curious and I couldn't tell them. So, you're still there, guys? Yeah. So I'm getting less and less now, so that's a good sign. Oh, why have I done that? I put my hand right by where I was cleaning them up. Oh, my donut. What to do? No, it's not Stephen. He must work for MI6. No, I don't. Mum's the word. He must work for MI6. What game did you play? What games do I play now? Well, I tend to avoid online gaming these days. I think I used to play on Xbox. I used to play Call of Duty a lot. I can't remember which one it was now. But I kind of moved away from it because I think it was Modern Warfare or whatever, where you was jumping around like you was playing a game of Halo. And I was like, I don't want to play a game of Halo. I want a Call of Duty game where it's realistic freaking war fighting or FPS, first person shooter. So that really annoyed me. And then I think what kind of topped it off for me was that I was on the mic and some kid, as they do, because every kid's born again hard when they're on the computer, aren't they, playing the Xbox, decided to say that I was a paedophile because I was playing with kids on the game. So, I mean, despite the fact I thought it was quite comical that he actually made the link, I was just like, do you know what? F this. I can't be asked to play with people much anymore. So at the moment, I generally play real-time strategies, RTSs. In fact, to rekindle an old flame, as it were, I bought black and white. I had black and white too. You can't actually buy this game legally anymore. But I spent Sunday evening trying to install that because it's an absolute farce because Windows 10 doesn't recognise discs games anymore. So it was an absolute farce to try and download the files to get it to play and stuff like that. But I managed to get it working until it crashed on the second world, which wasn't an issue. What was an issue is that I forgot to hit save and I've got to start all over again. So whenever I get 5 minutes, I'm going to play that game again to rekindle it. If you don't know what Black and White 2 is, it's a game where you play God. You are literally God, and you have to get. You got a little monster, which can either be if you get the base game, can either be a gorilla. No, I think it's actually a ginger one. What's those ginger? Orangutan, a large orangutan, can be a lion, a wolf, or a cow. And the monster grows with you as you teach it, and because it's was one of the first iterations of AI in a computer game, the monster actually learns from you. So if you give it evil acts, which you can actually train it to take a poo on your people, because you basically manage a town and a city, and you grow it. You can plan it out how you want, and you can grow it to wow other cities near you to join you. Look it up on YouTube, you'll see it. And your monster learns from your behavior, so you can train it to take a poo on your people. You can train it to eat people. You can use it to attack other peoples and other monsters. you can cast spells, and you need to get worshipped by the people that are following you. It's a real in-depth RTS. It's absolutely brilliant. I'd strongly recommend it. Yeah, it was a building strategy game ever since Command and Conquer. Yeah, I mean, Command and Conquer was a classic, to be fair. But yeah, that's the game I'm playing. But what I am really looking forward to, which I keep getting let down by because they keep delaying the release, is a game called Fallen Frontier. It's an indie title. It was supposed to be released it last year. Then it got delayed, and then some developer decided to get their mitts on it because it looks absolutely awesome from a one-man band of developing it. So then they kind of persuaded him to, rather than just doing skirmish, do a campaign. This will all be AI driven, and I don't think it's going to be an online version to play against other people yet. So he delayed the release. It was supposed to come out in June, at the end of June this month, which was great because it just coincides with my birthday. But they've delayed it again to the end of this year. So hopefully there's no more delays. But Fallen Frontier, absolutely banging. Basically, with that one, it's a space RTS. Where are the ones on top coming from? It's a space RTS, but every little thing gets taken into account with it. You like literally, you've not only got to like do your conventional RTS games where you gather resources to build your ships. You've got to colonize planets to give you, because people can't grow on space stations, so you've got to colonize the planets to give you people. Then you've got to find the fuel for your ships, but you don't just find your fuel for your ships. You have to transport the fuel to those ships to fuel them. So if you get involved in if you don't keep them supplied, then they run out of fuel and they get stuck in the sitting ducks for attack. Equally, if it gets into a battle, you have to resupply it with ammunition. Or if you lose crew, then you have to resupply the crew. And food as well, you've got to supply the ships with food. So it's really intricate in the arts of how you manage the whole system. And also, you've got to look at ants everywhere. You've also got to look at other elements as well. I can't think what I was going to say then. The enemy as well, and how you get about that. And if you don't, that's the point. If your ships get destroyed, your crew can launch escape pods. Now, if they launch escape pods, not only can you go rescue them and save the crew, which is obviously a valuable resource, especially if you've got officers that are well trained, or you've made them veterans or whatever. You've also the enemy can also then capture your crew that have jettisoned in the escape pods, and then they can get information from them, such as your fleet numbers or where your location of your fleet is, etc. If they don't know where it is. And the AI, unlike every other game, the AI doesn't actually know where your ships are, your fleet is. So because normally in most kind of like AI kind of strategy games, the computer knows exactly where you are already. It just delays its time to attack you. But this, if it finds you or sees you, then it will delay its attack until it reckons it can take you on, then it will attack you. So that's when you can do different strategies and play to try and stop it. No, I love this genre of game. It's not. I know it's not a gaming channel. I'm just talking crap. It's an ant channel. But that's the kind of stuff that I like, and that's what I'm really looking forward to. I'm really looking forward to this being over today. But I tell you what, I might. Yeah, it's on Steam. Good and Evil, you can do black and white. Yeah, this is true. It's a pretty damn good game, black and white. Absolutely love it. But looking at that, it's very empty. Playing Hearts of Iron is another classic as well. I might be taking on more than I can handle today if I do that. I'm half tempted to section that bit off. Section this off. And finish emptying it off. Just then I know I'm secure for the weekend. Just leave them in the big outworld. That's an option I can do. But like I said, that big one took me hours at the weekend to get empty. Hours I don't have. I mean, I guess the wife's concert won't go on all night. I guess I could just leave really early and be totally rude and fall out with her, and she can tell me how much she hates me and she wished she never married me and all that rubbish. Just do a classic hissy fit. Don't forget, guys, she doesn't watch my channel, so she went home saying this shit. Get away with it. Right, back to the floor. Let's assess the situation again. Fudge. I really thought I was starting to stem the tide now, and I'm not. I don't think they've set up a satellite nest. Will they have time today to set it up? Where would it go? Oh, crap. That was just my thermostat falling on the floor. One that regulates my whole room temperature. I can already think about disconnecting my heater now and start putting the aircon connected to it. Now that heat thermostat I've got, I believe I can set it to go on, to turn on when it's too hot, and I can set it to turn when it's too cold, obviously, because you connect the thermostat to it. But you can connect it to go off, to turn on when it gets too hot. So basically it means you can connect some kind of cooling device to it. So the sting of my ass. How the hell did I get my ass? Ah. Right, I'm gonna give up soon. Once. Fudge it, get in there. Oh, it's stinging. Yeah, they could. Yeah, that's a good point. They probably could be in there. Tracy, that's just what they are saying. They will end a lot later. Oh, shoot. I don't know what I'm going to do. Doo-doo. To tell you the truth, I mean, I've had breakouts before. Shut up, mate. That's my dog. I've had breakouts before, but never to this scale. And never with such small ants as well. It's a lot harder work when they're smaller. Do you know what? Ah. I don't think they're getting out. What I just found. But I don't think they're getting out. Now they are there on the other side of the outward, but I think they're just attached to it. I don't actually think they're actually crawling out of it. I think I just want to zoom in and out. See if I can put that there for you guys to see. Get my head underneath this bloody rope. See if I clear that out of the way. I should be able to see. Right, let me move this out of the way. Bloody rope. Sorry guys, just moving this. Oh shit. Alright. stay there for now. No, it won't stay there for now. It's going to break. Well, this rope was such a great idea because it looks cool and stuff, but my God, it's getting in my way. Right, put you in a position you can see. There we go. Sorry about that, guys. They are travelling underneath and down the table. They are getting everywhere. Don't think the seals failed on this outworld. Just think they were congregating in the corner, which is a good thing. Oh, fuck. Sorry, swore. Which is a good thing. I think, yet again, that little pile they had was from the dirty meat ants that I'd not sorted out, cleaned up properly. Just kind of... Are you for real? That I'd not cleaned up properly, yeah, so... And explain why they kept on running around this bloody surface as well. I must have knocked it this morning. It must be the tube that came out. There's just too many ants everywhere for it to be the little gap they were getting out of. For the amount of ants that are running around everywhere, you'd assume it was a steady stream of ants just getting out, but no way in a small gap underneath the connector would this many get out. I guess this is one way to stop me vaping, isn't it? Because I ain't got time to stop and have a beer, have a vape, contemplate my life choices of keeping solenopsis. Just move the whole freaking thing. Just make it easier for myself rather than harder. Guys, keep an eye on that the bottom edge. If you see any ants that look like they're struggling to crawl out from under the acrylic, let me know. That means the seals failed. Shit. The seal has failed. Not enough to explain the numbers. But if you can see, you won't be able to see from yours, but the antennas are sticking out from underneath it. Might have been an area where I missed it. Might be worth sticking some sellotape on it. The reason why I say sticking some sellotape on it is better to be safe than sorry. Yeah, it's failed. It's only the one bit though. It might be where it was particularly thin. It might be where I failed miserably. I've got them crawling over my foot right now. It might have been where I didn't ply it thick enough. Is a possibility as well. Might be just because it doesn't, using the seal doesn't work. Who knows? It's getting to the point now where I'm getting too tired for this. I'm not convinced they're getting out of that. Yeah, I am convinced. There's one that just popped out. There's two that's just popped out. This is the third that's halfway out. Did you see that, guys? I'm not sure. Watch here. I think I can zoom in. Yeah. Just watch. There she goes. There's one. Oh, fudge off. You've got another one looking to come out as well. This might explain the numbers. It looks like they've either chewed through or I've missed a bit of the silicone. There we go. Explain why I couldn't get the numbers down. Has it gone blank? Ah, oh, crumbs. Give me a sec. How do I stop it going blank? Still gone. Shoot. Well, I can't. What have I saved highlights for? What I'll do, guys, I'll cancel this and I'll start again on a fresh live stream.